Today's Valheim build guide will bring your creative skills to the next level. From general design concepts to unique furniture ideas and how to access creative mode, here are 50 plus building tips to bring your Valheim world to life. Let's get into it. Use wooden beams to create a flat foundation for structures without needing to terraform the land. If you're having trouble getting a snap point for a wooden beam, free place one to the side first. This will then give you the snap option for the original. The guidance beam can be destroyed after. Alternatively, sitting down when building will lower your camera angle, helping get tricky snap points. Place ladders or walls to use as platforms to stand on when building above water, making for a much easier build process. Roof pieces can be placed over top of ladders, the ladders giving you the ability to easily climb up your roof during the build process. They can then be demolished once done. Ladders can also be used in the actual roofing of a house to act as a skylight. Stairs can also be used in similar fashion when working with 26-degree roof angles. Extend your roof past the walls of your house to create an overhang. This will add much more depth and detail to the build overall. Standing and hanging beziers act as campfires, allowing the player to sleep and get rested. Useful if you want to build a functional bedroom further from ground level. Iron beams can be hidden by placing wooden beams over top of them, making the aesthetic of the build more appealing depending on the style. Core wood beams can be used as walls to create the perfect log cabin. Color highlights on build pieces indicate stability ratings, green meaning stable, yellow meaning somewhat stable, orange meaning somewhat unstable, and red meaning unstable, and the next piece added on will break. Build pieces with a blue highlight indicate that that piece is grounded and has a stability rating of 100%. Building a structure using the support of a tree provides the same effect, making them the best option for building tall structures without worrying about stability. Bear in mind when creating a treehouse that you should build some defenses on the ground around the trees themselves, because if the tree comes down, then the rest of your base will come down with it. Some trees found throughout the world are actually indestructible, making them some of the most ideal foundations to create a base on. This T-support shape is the most basic form of support you can build. To enhance this, you can turn it into a Y-support, which will provide you with the ability to extend out one piece further. However, this only works when using a core wood log pole as the standing support. You can upgrade the hammer at a workbench to increase its durability. Deconstructing build pieces with the hammer will return the full value of materials, so long as they are at full health. Using Grey Dwarf Brute trophies with standing item stands will create potted plants. By default, terraforming with the hoe will level the ground to the height you're currently standing on. Holding shift while using the hoe will level the ground to the height you're currently pointing at, useful when trying to create a path going up or down a hill. The same principles apply to the cultivator. Certain items like the yellow mushroom or frost resist potion can be placed on item stands to emit a small amount of colored light. Wooden beams, half walls, and 1x1 floor tiles can be used in combination to make some compact shelving. Alternating floor tiles can be a good way to add some extra detail to a build. If you want to take it a step further, you can even alternate 1x1 floor tiles to exaggerate this effect. Dirt clipping through floor tiles allows for the placement of campfires. Once the fire is placed, level out the dirt, and you now have a campfire on a floor piece. Cooking stations can only be placed over a campfire, but will remain placed if the campfire is destroyed afterwards. This technique can be used to display food as if it were drying on a drying rack. Cap off the top of chimneys with a roof piece to prevent rain from getting in. Use wooden beams to outline window frames to give them a more polished look. Place 1x1 floor panels on the outer edge of windows to act as windowsills, again adding depth. You can also place item stands on them afterwards. Wooden shutters can be used as entrances to fenced-off areas or bars, or they can be used as window shutters. Doors can also be used as window shutters on a much larger scale. Combine the hoe with a stone cutter to create pathing, and form a connection between multiple buildings or areas. Use small wooden beams to encompass areas on the ground around your house. Then cultivate the ground and plant some crops to incorporate some natural elements in your builds. This can also be done in larger fashion to add trees as decorative elements as well. Use terraforming techniques to create a wall or moat around your base, keeping it protected from hostile creatures and invasions. A row of doors can be used inside of a moat to act as a drawbridge when opened and closed. Workbenches can be concealed under the floorboards of your house, allowing for construction and repairs of buildings without needing to be included in the build itself. Mine under ores or rock deposits to use as a foundation to an underground base. The deposits themselves will offer protection from the elements and serve as a shelter. To create a true underground base, you can mine the underneath of the Elder's Boss location, which will give you a large underground area to work with. Placing an item stand on a stool, then placing a wooden shield on the item stand will create a small circular table, perfect for use as a bedside table. When you lay down the foundation of your base and it happens to be an even number of floor tiles, you'll notice it's not possible to get a door snapped in the middle. To fix this, place a 1x1 floor tile on either side of the 2 center floor tiles, and you'll now have a centered snap point for the door. When placing a door on a floor tile, the door will have 3 available snap points. You can use this info to create more depth around the face of your entrances. Any structures besides roof pieces that are not covered by a roof will take up to 50% damage when exposed to water, whether it's partially submerged in a body of water or affected by the rain. On top of that, build pieces physically change in appearance depending on their health percentage, so keep this in mind when building. If built in a spacious enough room, smoke from campfires will not cause the player damage, and the fire itself will not extinguish. Instead, the smoke can actually serve as a decorative element and provide a different ambience for your build. Chests can be placed side-on rather than head-on. This can serve as a different element of design and will also work functionally, allowing for more storage in tighter areas. Banners can be used to create hidden entrances or accessible loot rooms behind walls. Rugs provide the same effect and can be used to create hidden entrances beneath floors. Rework the terrain to have elevation changes throughout a farm. This can make it look much more exciting and also serve as a divider, splitting different crop types per level. You can create a perfect circle using short wood beams. Start with the first one, then continuously place them, adding 1 increment of rotation each time. This can be great for making handmade furniture like tables. Place signs along half walls, then type a single minus symbol on the sign. This will give the effect of having cabinets, perfect when building a kitchen or storage room. Hold shift when placing a boat to place it on land. This can make for one of the most unique decorative items. Once you laid the foundation for a base, you can dig out some of the land beneath and continue the walls down, making for a perfect basement extension. Just don't do it too close to the coast. To access creative mode in Valheim, you'll first need to enable the developer console by going to your Steam library, right-click on Valheim, select Properties, and in the Launch Options box, type in -console. Now exit out of that and launch the game. Once in game, press F5 to open the console window. Type in dev commands and hit enter to enable cheats. Then type in debug mode and hit enter. Now you can press Z to toggle on flying, and press B to toggle on unlimited building. With Valheim, building truly has no limits. There are still many more mechanics to discover, and it's up to you to bring them to life. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and consider subscribing. Leave a comment letting us know any other building tips you'd recommend. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.